Hello everyone, and this is Takeru Nudo, and welcome to my more detailed and not so brief and basic UTAU 101. Now for this video, I'm going to be focusing on character design, not just the art design, but also the character itself and its bio and personalities and whatnot. See, the problem is with most people entering into the UTAU community is that a lot of newcomers tend to just quickly make up an Utaloid character and then slap a voice on it. They don't really give it much of a character, really. It's just a drawing of some figure with a voice. And it's really not that appealing. And it really does not grab that much attention either. You really want something that stands out and that everyone's going to remember clearly without everyone lumping it with the rest of the random UTAUs that are created every day. So how do we avoid this? Well, it's actually quite easy, but at the same time very difficult and time consuming. Because, face it, you're going to be at the drawing board for a while before you can post or release the character design and put a voice on it. So you're going to be at the drawing board for a little while. Now, don't get too discouraged by it, because trust me, it'll pay off when you put some extra effort into creating your Utaloid character art design. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, I can't draw. Yeah, neither can I. I can't draw worth shit. I used to draw a lot when I was little, but then my art teacher kind of smashed my self-esteem in art, so I haven't drawn anime or anything like that in forever. I could draw still art just fine, but if I'm drawing original art, it's a complete shit. I might as well just stick to stick figures. I do better stick figures than original art. So what do I do if I'm terrible at drawing? Well, what I do is I usually go for bases. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking is like, well, that's kind of cheating. Yes, it's kind of cheating. I know this, but it's better than making it look really, really crappy. Because nobody likes crappy art. I can assure you of that. Trust me. So, what I do or use bases I find on DeviantArt and whatnot. And if you don't like any of the bases you see there, you can actually make your own base. And this is how I do it. You're gonna want to get, personally, I think you're gonna want to get Psy, the Psy Paint Studio thing. Anyways, you're gonna want to get Psy, and you're gonna want to get a bunch of anime pictures with several different poses that you like. While you're doing this, you can actually draw a base over the original art. Make sure you don't claim the base as your own, because yeah, you might have drawn the base, but the original pose and whatnot is from the art designer themselves. So be sure you actually credit where the base came from. But anyways, this is one way to create your own base. Once you have your own base, you can do whatever you want with your base. Again, be sure to credit who the base came from. You can print the base out and draw over it and then repost it into the computer, or you can try drawing it on the computer, whichever way works for you. Now, I think this is probably going to be the most effective method when it comes to this sort of thing, just because I know how difficult it is to try to draw original character, mainly just drawing the body and getting the proportions right and everything. It's not necessarily just, oh, well, I wanted to have the hair like this and all this other details. That's not really the hard part. It's just getting the body right. And I know how a lot of people are with that, because that is really hard. It's really hard and it's really frustrating. I can follow the guidelines 20 times and I'll still not get it right. It's just a daunting task when you try to do an original art. So yes, this is sort of cheating, but it's better. It's better than nothing. So that's one way of doing it. Another way is actually doing having people do art for you. Now, there may be some DA points or actual money involved, or someone with really nice art skills would be kind enough in the bottom of their hearts to just gladly draw you a wonderful picture of your character from what you imagined or from what crappy drawing you've already made of it, and then give it to you. Again, be sure to credit the original drawer. That's another way. I'm trying to think. That's actually about it when it comes to drawing for yourself or someone drawing for you. But enough of that. Alright, so how do you even think up of the character art design? Now we're going to actually focus on the art details. Now how do you think one up? Well, you can't just say it has to be a bit more detailed and complicated, but not too complicated, but complicated, to catch everyone's attention. You're not just gonna want some guy wearing some jeans or shorts and a t-shirt be like, hey, my name's Kai Kuro and I'm singing. No, that does not work like that. It's not attention grabbing. Again, you gotta remember, it's kind of, the UTAU community, look at it as like a sort of business ground, really. Look at it as a sort of business ground. Your viewers are like customers. You're gonna want them to be attracted to your Utaloid. And how do you do that? By making it appealing, making it interesting, making it actually stand out. And you're not gonna want some character with some shorts or jeans and a simple t-shirt and be like, hey, look at this, because nobody's gonna look at it. No one is. So what you're gonna want to do when this happens is you're gonna really want to figure out what you want to do with your Utaloid. Some things will be like, okay, maybe, let's see, what kind of genre do I want to be under? Do I want to be in the normal human category? Do I want it to be an elf? You could be really creative here. Just be creative. It could be a humanoid dragon character for all I care. At least that stands out. Now, you figured out what sort of species you want it to be. Okay, so now it comes down to the closed details. You want it simple, plain, bland, and something that nobody's gonna look at? Or do you want something more unique, intriguing, something that really catches the eye here? That is an obvious question. Don't answer that. Anyways, so now you're going to be working on your clothes. You want a more modern style, more traditional style, punk, what's that? Steampunk, there we go. Or you want it steampunk. There's different types of fashion out there that are so cool and interesting that really catches the eye. You just gotta figure it out what you want that fits the character and put it on them. Now, you don't want them to be too covered up with a bunch of accessories and whatnot, because then it's not gonna look as appealing. But just be creative, you guys. Just be creative, alright? Because if it's not really that creative, not a lot of people are really gonna look at it or even listen to it. Because, like I said in my other video, contrary to what most people might say, it's not really just the voice bank. Most of the time, the listeners don't even pay attention to the voice bank, they just pay attention to the art design. So really, you want to make sure your art design is at least to a decent degree to expect any viewers. This cold is killing me. Ugh. So, alright. You've got the body down, you've got the species down, now you've got the clothes on. And you're just about done. It's like, great, I got a character made. Now you gotta add the personality and bio. No sales item is complete, or product, or whatnot, without giving it a sort of character. Now, with your Utaloid, it's going to be a bit different. Like, obviously, it's going to be quite a bit different than, say, trying to give character to an ice cream brand, or this box of pizza. great. It's not just a box of pizza full of sauce and cheese. It has pepperonis, it has mushrooms, it has broccolis, it has God knows what is that in it. Now, you're gonna want to make sure that the character and the bio kind of fit the character. You want to make sure it fits the character, the way the character looks, and the way the character gives itself off. If I look at a character and it looks all cute and kind of like, oh, that's so cute, and then I go look at his bio and it says it's like some murderous monster, I'm just like, that does not look like a murderous monster. I'm sorry, but even I've seen cute and cuddly things that still look murderous, more murderous than that. So try to be sure that your character, your UTAU's character and bio actually fit the way the character looks like as well, and the way it presents itself. After you're done with that, then you'll be pretty much completed on creating your UTAU character, both the art design and the bio design. And once that's done, you're gonna have a very, very nicely well-made UTAU. Next, we'll be putting the voice bank on there, but I'm going to be making another video on details for that. So stay tuned to my next videos, and I hope this helps you guys. See ya!